Hey, welcome back to another video at Gardening with Big Ben. And part of the fun of gardening is to get new plants. And my wife will tell you that I do that frequently. So anyway, see the old background shot by the camera woman here. Okay, now here we're going to have some review. Now I stopped at two places. One was John's Nursery, I guess? Yeah. And that was, I'm not sure, but you'll see in the description the location and link to their website. But anyway, this is a bromeliad that I picked up. I really liked the way the color was. You see, it has a bit of a chartreuse green and with a lavender white stripe here. And as well as I picked up two proven winter coleus. This is called ridiculous or rediculous. So I like red, and that's cool. So we're going to set those aside and see what else we got in here. I'm going to roll back the tonneau cover here, and we're going to see what's in here. Ooh, look at that. All right, well, we have some wonderful surprises in here. Now we'll take the bots out first here, and we'll go through that. All right, here we have a wonderful, beautiful echinacea right here. This one is double scoop raspberry deluxe coneflower. Now look at that one there. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. Set that aside. And another one. This is a New Zealand flats. This is called Sundowner. And this gets to be 5 feet tall by 6 feet wide. Now, in this particular trip, I managed to get 3 different cultivars of that. Now here we managed to get this pretty dahlia here, which are going in the garden. Here is a bat face cupia. You see the little bat faces there. Here it's semi-perennial, depending on how cold it gets. But it's right here, yep. The label even says bat face cupia, and it gets to be 12 to 24 inches tall. So there's our bat face cupia. And here, of course, this I had to get because it looked really pretty. This is a Desert Eve terracotta yarrow. And you see in the color here, has a little bit of yellow with a little bit of orange. A nice little pretty terracotta color. All right, and here is an unusual Shasta daisy. This one is called Western Star Pisces Shasta daisy. Now, I don't believe in the sign of the zodiac here, but Pisces is my sign according to my birth month and day. So, beautiful color on that. Look at that white fringe flower there. Look at that, beautiful. All right, here we have another New Zealand flats. This one is called Yellow Wave. And this one gets to be 4 feet high by 5 feet wide. We'll put that next to its little brother over here. A little variance there. Now, I thought this was very interesting. This is actually a Victoria, California lilac. Now, despite its diminutive size, this actually can reach a height of 9 feet by 12 feet wide. So what I did, this puppy a lot of space to grow. Full sun, and it's hardy in zones 8 through 10. Hardy down 10 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. That's actually very impressive. Now, this one, you might not guess what it is, but this is actually a salvia. This is a salvia white sage, salvia plana, if I got the Latin done correctly on that one. Oh yeah, let me just, before I go further, it is hardy zones 8 through 11, 5 feet tall and 8 feet wide. So this puppy also needs a lot of breathing room here. I got some ideas of mine. Here we go. This is something special. This is a variegated Japanese fatsia or Japanese aralia called camouflage. And you see why this wonderful foliage right here. Now, I chose this one actually for value because it's in a smaller pot, so it was less expensive than some of the others that were at the nursery, but it has 2 entrants here. So I'm going to attempt to make 2 plants from my garden, so I have more value here. So anytime I get more value in a pot, then I'm all for that. So, all right. Oh, and here's a really special thing here. Here, just bear with me here. Here we have a David Austin rose here. And this one is called Rodal, but has actually very, very fragrant flowers. And look how beautiful those are. They start off like a little orange when they open up, and they get this wonderful orangey yellow blossom there. And here is a flower. Now, this, believe it or not, is a bougainvillea. And mainly the reason I got this is because Marie saw it and fell in love with it. So there you have it. Fellas, if you don't do gardening and your wife is interested, or ladies, if your husband likes something and you're interested, by all means, get it for them. Now, this one's going to need some water. So join the little flock over here. I don't really know much information about this particular variety. It's called Imperial Delight, but I'll be sure to put that information into the description so that you can determine if you want to grow it. It's not exactly hardy here in zones 9A, but we're going to put it into a container, and that way we have a greenhouse in the back. We'll be able to protect it when it gets really cold. All right, so here we have the last couple of plants here. And this is a New Zealand flats called Platts Black. Now, I didn't mention it before, but the genus for all these New Zealand flatses are called Phormium. And that's spelled Phormium, Phormium. So sort of like, if you're British, you might say Phormium, as opposed to English where you say Phormium. So, you know, we have still one plant on this side. Now I'm going to get out, and yes, surprise, surprise, there's another New Zealand flats, but this one is called Rainbow Maiden. And this you can see, you know, between the 4 flatses I have here, I have a range of different colors. I've got little pinks in here, I've got dark green with a pink margin, I got the variegated stripe here, and this dark foliage. This almost looks like a purple fountain grass, but it isn't. So, anyway, what do you have to say?
Before you go on, you might have seen some stuff in the background. And in a future video, Ben's going to make an arbor using some of the pallets that some of our supplies have come in on. So keep an eye out for that video also.
Yeah, so it's sort of a bit of a construction site here. You also see some bricks. I'll be showing you about that. As you can see in the background, we've started building a brick path right there. But that's more later, and stick around for more content like that. And you'll see what's growing out here in Rose Grove. That's what we call our little piece of heaven here in Florida. Meantime, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and like this video, because it really helps our channel grow. And we are growing around here. So once again, thank you for growing with us here at Gardening with Big Ben. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.